Welcome back. It's still Newsweek, where we discuss the biggest stories that made the headlines in the week. Now, the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, has threatened to embark on a strike if the cash crunch, fuel scarcity and electricity tariff increase are not addressed. In a communique by NLC at the end of its Central Working Committee meeting in Abuja, the Congress said the challenges were among the issues that raised the most concerns. The Labour Union says poor implementation of the Naira redesign policy has caused considerable pain and hardship to the people. The National President of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Comrade Joe Ajeros, charged the federal government to immediately take action to cushion the hardship of the cash crunch, fuel scarcity and high cost of electricity tariff on Nigerians. Well, I still have with me in the studio Justice Ojeno and a lawyer in the via Zoom. I'm sorry. I have Nii here via Zoom and also have Ojeno here in the studio. So let's go on with the question. Let me come to you, Justice. Do you think this is the right time to embark on this strike, considering the fact Nigerians are still battling with the issue of the Naira scarcity, fuel scarcity and all of that? Is this really the right time? Okay,
point blank, I think it's the right time. If we recollect, Joe Ajaero actually threatened to do before the election, and we all cried and advised that he should deter it to this time. It looks like because he has started it, CBN is now actually backtracking. For the first time in a while, they actually told the banks to open on a Saturday and Sunday, which is yesterday and today, for the purpose of distributing cash. I know it's hard, but it looks like we are back to, if we have institutional memory, it looks like we are back to the heydays of NLC as it was when it was the social engineer as an organization, when it was using its instrumentality of unionization to actually picket during the time of Oshomole, when technically it was the alternative president that made things work. Because it looks like when the current people are in power, they are not feeling the pulse of the people. They are not feeling the heat, the pains that people are going through. So with this Joe Ajaero, which I have already said on this platform, I think the last time I was here, or the penultimate time I was here, that is a tough nut to crack, and it's gonna bring NLC to what it ought to be, which is some of the fighters and defenders, effective institutional defender of the masses.
All right, let me come to you, Nii. I want to have your third. Do you think going on strike, or rather than going on strike, what other means do you think NLC can intervene to ensure Nigerians are not inflicted more with pains?
You know, one of the ways check whether the people are really going through tough times is the restiveness of the labor movement in the country. Well, with due respect, I'll say the current labor movement in Nigeria is the most passive in the history of this country. You know, you easily recall the time of Adams Oshomole at the helm of affair of labor and all the struggles they went through, even at the toughest of times when they had to face, military dictatorship, a lot of challenges. They still were able to speak for the masses. They were able to do a lot of things to check the government then. So the labor union is a partner, of progress with a government. And, the conduct of the current labor union in Nigeria has really not encouraged, any support from the masses. Having said that, I will not at this time support any mass action. The economy is stretched already. The people are going through a lot of punishment with this Naira policy. So, and we just had an election. A new government will be installed in about 2 or 3 months from now. So we cannot bring this country to its knees ahead of that inauguration. What I think the labor movement can do now is to continue with the cat and stick approach, issue the threats, ahead we're going to picket this central bank offices nationwide. They can do that, they can shout, they can make a lot of noise, so that they can put CBN on its toes. But any action, beyond that, will bring the economy of the country to its toes, to its knees, and that will not go well for the common man, who are already suffering due to, some of these policies that are very hard on the populace. So
right.
they should wear their thinking cap and partner rather than confronting, the institutions.
All right, Niyi, we all know this administration is packing up already, but do you think they are doing enough to have this issue nip in the bud?
Well, government will continue. Yes, they are packing up. Of course, they've done so much already. The president has issued, directives upon directives. The CBN, the current CBN, has not shown enough bite, in the implementation of this policy. So it's very tough to determine which arm of government is not doing enough. The presidency will issue a directive today. They will assure, the country that they are on top of it. This will get easier, but we haven't seen anything of such. They have alleged a lot of sabotage here, and the elections are over now. I don't think there's anyone out there that is sabotaging anybody now. The position that they have alleged that, taking all the money to buy elections are no longer contesting elections. Still, the problem persists. So it means that there is a problem somewhere in the CBN with implementation. Banks are working from morning till evening, 24/7, 7 days of the week. And I see problem. The new notes and old notes are being circulated and recirculated. See, we haven't resolved the issue. So for me, I will put the blame squarely at the doors of the CBN. And the encouragement I will give them is, I don't know what they're doing there. If they are partisan, there's no reason any longer to be partisan.